Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another season. The first game, Arsenal meet Brentford. It's going to be a very important tag game. Of course, you want to start your first game of the season in a positive note, in a winning note. And here's what we are starting with: no Aubameyang, no Lacazette. It's going to be Folarin Balogun who is going to start for Arsenal. I'm not saying this, but it's from Podcast TBG. They have confirmed that Aubameyang and Lacazette will not be playing. Why? You'll come to know at the towards the latter part of the episode. So stay tuned for that. That's the best part, man. And here's the thing: well, no Xhaka, no Pepe, Laka, Tierney, or Aubameyang pictured in training, and Willian not in the squad. So that was the update. So it's gonna be all youngsters 11, and I'm not. I don't know. Should I be panicked or what? But you know what? I'm looking forward to this game. It's Brentford, and I don't think so. Arsenal were fooling around, but well, yes. One of the big reasons why that's happening today is David Ornstein has confirmed Arsenal captain Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Alex Lacazette are both unwell and therefore will not be available for Arsenal's opening game against Brentford tonight. Well, that is the unbelievable news. I'm buzzing, man. I want to see my man Folarin Balogun stuck a foot out and prove himself so that it becomes much more headache and they see a new club for Eddie Nketiah and let him off and have game time. At least he's not going to be stinking here. Just joking. I have to say that. But moving on, so Joe Willock has confirmed and completed his move to Newcastle United. It's actually, I really feel bad. I did not want that to happen, but you have no choice. You either give him a new contract or you let him leave for the money that you could reinvest. But as long as it's getting reinvested, I don't mind, and he will always be one of our own. It's a very tough one because him and Iwobi, I have a similar feeling for what they did for Arsenal, but Iwobi going out to Everton, you know what happened? Not that good. But Joe Willock was someone super special last season for Newcastle. I hope he continues his form, but just not against us. That's what I only want from this guy. But Joe Willock says Arsenal is obviously a big step, and I'd like to leaving Arsenal is a big step. That's what he said. I guess something's wrong with this, but leaving Arsenal is obviously a big step, and I'd like to thank everyone involved with the club for all their support over the years. But this is the right move to the right club at the right time for me. I'm buzzing to be here. I loved my time here last season, and I'm really happy to be back and to be a Newcastle United player. I think most importantly, what's important is you to be happy. And if Joe Willock is happy doing that, I don't think so. He's got it wrong. But apart from the fact that it proves everyone else right that it is stupid of him to leave Arsenal or prove them wrong. There's only one way to find out is leaving Arsenal, and he just did it. Steve Bruce said, I'm absolutely delighted to secure our number one target. We have had to be patient and persistent, but it has been worth the wait to bring Joe back. I want to thank Lee Charney in particular for the work he has put in to make the deal happen. The club have gone above and beyond to make it possible. Joe is a wonderful young player with all the attributes you want in a midfielder, and he certainly proved that during his time with us last season. This is a move I know our supporters really wanted us to make, and I know they will join me in giving Joe a very warm welcome back to St. James's Park. Of course, I think Newcastle fans were really, buzzing for this deal to happen, and I'm really happy for them. That's what I'm going to say, because all the parties got what they wanted. That's all I have about it. So, huge update about Martin Odegaard, and it's not from one source. I can literally quote 4 to 5 sources that are saying Martin Odegaard to Arsenal with the price tag, and it's from a reliable source. You will love it to hear the news that I have. Now, a lot of people are saying that I want Maddison, no Odegaard. You've done a very pathetic thing. You've not signed a second goalkeeper. Show us some intent. Sign some big ones. We're seeing Chelsea buying Lukaku. Everyone is behind Kane. City is behind Kane. They got Grealish. They've really gone to the very next level. Now we want Maddison so that we get to see the ambition and the intent. But trust me, guys, Odegaard is not a bad choice for the price that I'm going to tell you what exactly it is. Of course, it's flashing on the screen, but when I tell you the source, you might actually believe that number. So, Carlo Ancelotti says Odegaard has done well, but I have told him that in the midfielder position, there is a lot of competition because there are 8 players. He's getting sold. I'm sure of it. And the final list of entries for the competition is on September 2nd. I've spoken to Odegaard. I've explained to him that there are 8 players in that position. It's not a definitive discard. Wow. João Castelo Branco about Willian says Willian doesn't just want to sit on his contract and salary at Arsenal. He has made it clear to the club that he's willing to leave if an offer comes in. Well, ESPN Brazil asked Arteta about his opinion on the situation, so I think Arteta also believes that's the case, and Arteta has given his approval so that Willian can leave. It's also another good news today. Moving on, so all parties would favor a permanent solution, with Madrid thought to want about 34 million pounds for Martin Odegaard, according to Guardian. That's the first source. I'm going to count all the sources as well. So, and even this, they report that NATO has moved up on the list of targets after an agreement could not be reached with Sheffield over Aaron Ramsdale. So, well, the Blades wanted 30 million, and you know what happened, but NATO, Arsenal thought to prefer a homegrown player, meaning one who was developed in England for at least 3 years, but NATO would be an attractive short-term option if younger alternatives cannot be secured in a complex transfer window. So, let's see. It is a complex transfer window. It's not that as easy as it seems, but since Arsenal have a history of doing business at the last day, last hour, last minute, fans are worried. That's the only reason why fans are worried. And plus, the season is beginning. Of course, we need to panic, man. And that panic is justified. You know, now the fans are not being delusional at all. They have every right to demand what they want. And Real Madridista Real say a part of Odegaard's camp think that his style is more adapted to that of Barcelona, and that at Real Madrid his game does not fit. They are very confident that Arteta will be able to exploit his quality. Okay, what? Barcelona, you say? I'm sorry, they cannot even afford his manager's wages to get the deal done. Arteta also called Martin Odegaard earlier this week and convinced him to join Arsenal. They have spoken more times during the Norwegian's time of doubt, and these conversations have been keen for him to decide to leave Real Madrid. The clubs are already negotiating. Now, as I already mentioned before, when Odegaard was coming in during January transfer window, I already mentioned a specific journalist who actually deals with the whole Norwegian transfers, Arias Utsada. He says it's on. Arsenal is in intense negotiations with Real Madrid for a permanent Martin Odegaard transfer, as reported by Eric Neset Jelvik. Arsenal are hoping to finalize the deal in the coming days. The love between the London club and the Norwegian has always been very strong since January. I believe this news 100%. Also, and Fabrizio Romano says, Arsenal, as we always have said in this medium, and the reputed Fabrizio Romano has said, the number one target was always to be signing Martin Odegaard. Arsenal will make a formal offer in a few hours, and everything will move quickly. At Arsenal, they realized that Odegaard realized that he achieved happiness, which in turn made him perform much better on the pitch. He looks prepared to have a lot of minutes and play regularly and being an important player every weekend. That is what he is looking for. Now, Lucas Navarrete says, Real Madrid Arsenal set to complete 50 million euros deal for Martin Odegaard. Ignore the money, just count the number of sources that are reporting this right away. Fabrizio says Arsenal prepared to make a bid for Martin Odegaard. Once Real Madrid gives the green light, Arsenal will submit the proposal. Aouar is also in the list. Maddison never been close. Well, that's the craziest bit of the juice that we have for you. And no, I'm not done. According to James Ollie, Real Madrid have indicated they are prepared to sell Martin Odegaard for a fee in the region of 45 million euros. This is the fourth source, okay? Well, Arsenal have already sounded out Lyon over Aouar and Leicester regarding Maddison, partly in the belief that Real Madrid wouldn't allow Martin Odegaard to return to North London this season. Well, moving on, so even Goal can confirm that Real Madrid are open to selling Martin Odegaard for 34 million pounds this summer. Goal, as in Charles Watts from Goal. So, with Arsenal poised to accelerate transfer talks after Joe Willock's permanent move to Newcastle is confirmed. Unbelievable stuff, ladies and gentlemen. So, it is going to be done. It is going to be done as we know it. Unbelievable stuff. Moving on, so Thomas Partey has been called up to Ghana's provisional squad for the upcoming international games. He is in the midfield. Yes, Thomas Partey. And an Arsenal season ticket holder has been issued with a 3-year stadium ban by the club for inciting violence against Granit Xhaka. It should happen. No time to hate, baby. No time to hate. And here's another, number 6, okay? I'm not done yet with Martin Odegaard. According to Mario Torrejon, he says Real Madrid will facilitate Martin Odegaard's departure. Inside the club, they were convinced that he was a replacement for Modric, but the player seems to have run out of patience. Replacement for Modric? Not gonna get him. We are gonna get him. That's what it is all about, yeah? That is exactly what it's gonna be. Lacazette's agent about his client's rumor with Roma says no, there are no ongoing negotiations with Roma. I have not contacted Thiago Pinto. So, as the update, that is the headline. So with this, I'd like to end this episode. If you want to be a part of, my FPL, I've already posted the link of that in the description box. Follow my FPL or join my FPL. We're gonna have some fun this season. I hope so. We're gonna have some fun this season. And also, more importantly, we are also going to talk about the game, because we have a watch along for the game tonight. So if you want to watch the match with IG, join me 10 to 15 minutes before the game time. Let's start it, yeah? And that is the update. I will see you in the next one. Until then, cheers.